My question is, can you do 20 push-ups? And I mean good form, military style push-ups. Hi guys, I'm Mark McKillier with Live Anabolic, and today I want to just kind of give you a feeling for the top 3 things I look at when I'm trying to evaluate somebody's fitness level. And of course, the only reason I would be doing that is to decide how to create a workout program for somebody. There's several different things that I would look at, and cardio is one of those things. So, it isn't like I have guys go out and run, 3 miles for me and tell me what their time is. But just generally speaking, all right, I want to know if you can run 1 mile in under 10 minutes. And it's not really like I'm giving you a grade. You don't get like an A, a B, a C, or an F, okay? It's just, are you able to do it, or does it take you 18 minutes to go a mile? And that's just kind of one of the things. Now, there's endurance and stamina, and both of those are kind of cardio related. So running a mile in 10 minutes is kind of what kind of endurance you have, okay? The stamina is kind of how long can you go all out, put a maximum effort into something before you just get gassed out, okay? That's an anaerobic thing. That's like a sprinter mentality. And, one way to judge that would be if you're like at a gym, and I'm not forcing you to go sprint, let's say, put you on the leg press machine and pick a weight that's pretty heavy, pretty difficult to do, and have you do it 20 times, nonstop, 20 reps. All right, I mean, you need to be like struggling once you get to 17, 18, 19. I mean, I'm just gonna be pushing you hard. So 20 killer hard reps, just can barely make it. And then how long does it take you to recover? All right, how long does it take you to catch your breath? All right, are you still panting and bent over, like this after 3 minutes? All right, or are you kind of out of breath for about 20 or 30 seconds, and then boom, you may not be back to fully normal yet, but at least you can start having a conversation with me after 15 or 20 seconds. So that would be your stamina. And those are related, but everybody is different, and I think it's genetic. No matter how much I train on endurance, i.e. running longer distances, I am never very good. It's a genetic thing. My brother and I joke about it, matter of fact. He's got the same issue. But I have pretty good endurance, all right? So does he. So we're able to sprint and go really hard for short bursts of time, and then, kind of recover fairly quickly so that we can do it again, all right? So I think that has a lot to do with genetics. Now, you can train one way or the other and improve, but that's just how it is with me. I'm never going to be a good long distance runner. All right, the second thing I would look at when kind of evaluating someone's fitness level is your body fat percentage. And once again, there's not a fast and set rule about what is good and what is bad. But just kind of generally speaking, are you above 20% body fat or below? And it's a real easy thing to measure. Matter of fact, the skin fold caliper test, there's these little plastic calipers where you pinch your skin in multiple locations on your back and your thigh and your stomach, and then you just look up your body fat percentage in a chart. Another much better way, and it's the gold standard, is to go someplace that has a DEXA scan. And you just lay down flat under this arm, and this arm slowly moves over you. And it's basically taking thousands of little tiny pictures, little slices. And it directly measures fat, muscle, bone, and internal organs. And it can distinguish between all those things. As a matter of fact, I think doctors really started using this a long time ago to measure bone density. That was the primary reason for the machine, but it's great for measuring your body fat percentage, and it's by far the most accurate. So, and it's not cheap, and not everybody has them. You kind of have to Google, for a place in your city, but you should expect to pay about $75 to have this done. But I highly recommend you do it. At least that way you kind of know where you're starting. And so, when you're below 20% body fat, you're starting to look pretty good, okay? I think a lot of guys watching, you might be surprised, are in the 25 to 30% body fat range. All right, so you guys need to start, working on getting that back down. And if you do a DEXA scan, have them also do the skin fold caliper test at the same time. That way you can see how those two correlate, because the DEXA scan might say you're 24% and the skin fold might say you're 30%. So now you kind of know that the skin fold is roughly 4% higher, at least on you. All right, I think it's different on everybody. On me, it was very similar, very close. And so I've decided I don't have to do a DEXA scan that often. I can just do this little free body, skin fold test, and it'll give me a real accurate reading. But for you to start seeing those abs and start seeing really good muscle definition and kind of the veins popping out in your arms and legs and things like that, you need to get down to, kind of in the 9, 10, 11% body fat range. And that's hard to do, guys, but it is doable. And then the third and final thing I do when I'm kind of evaluating someone's fitness level before I get into designing their workout program and how to start them is how strong are you? And I don't like to have guys go, do bench press and things like that. That's just, some guys don't have access to the gym, so we're just around the house. So push-ups and body weight squats are two real easy things that you can do at home to just kind of do a self-evaluation. So my question is, can you do 20 push-ups? And I mean good form, military style push-ups, all right? A lot of guys can't do it, especially guys that are overweight, all right? I guarantee you a lot of people watching right now might not be able to knock out more than 3 or 4 push-ups, okay? But it's also something that you can improve on incredibly quick if you just start doing them and do them real consistently. I would say 3 times a week. You'd be surprised how fast you can increase the number of push-ups you're able to do. And then the body weight squats, I want to know if you can do full deep body squats for 40 reps. A lot of guys can't do that. That sounds like a lot of reps, but you're only doing your body weight. I'm not asking you to put a bar on your shoulders with a bunch of weight. Based on the results from those 3 different questions or tests, I can get a good feel for how to kind of lay out an initial workout program for somebody. And I'd be interested in what you guys think. What are some of the different things that you would like to measure or test, whether it's on yourself or a friend or somebody else, and how do you think that would determine how you start a new workout program? So there you have it, guys. 3 things that I use when kind of trying to get a general feeling for what kind of fitness level someone's in. And the only reason I would be doing it is if they're asking me advice on kind of how to get started and what types of exercises and workouts to do. Otherwise, it would never even cross my mind. But you can get better on all those categories, all right? But only if you stick with it and never give up on yourself.